Is your organization realizing the full value of your training and development investments? Can you answer the following questions across the company? Which courses should we revise or retire? How can we reduce scrap learning? Or where should we focus to increase impact and business alignment? The Metrics That Matter Learning Edition by Knowledge Advisors will provide the technology and tools designed to help your organization drive measurable improvement in workplace performance, decrease administrative cost and wasted learning, and improve productivity. Let's see how. It's probably safe to say that your organization has many different modalities when delivering learning, from formal to social to even multi-day learning events. The first step is in gathering predictive data right as a learner goes through the program or course, then typically 60 or so days later to true up their predictions, as we see here in our training follow-up standard evaluation. Here we'll gather information around whether they were successful in applying the knowledge and skills, and also quantify the percent of work time, criticality, barriers to impact, and job performance change. Once that data is collected, we have over 100 standard reports in Metrics That Matter in order to analyze and tell the story of your learning data. Here's an example of a comparative performance report by job impact and course. As you can see here, our comparative performance report is stacked ranked from high to low. We can also use our benchmarking capabilities, and in this case we've compared our scores to the Training Top 125 scores of those companies that use Metrics That Matter. The comparative performance report and many of the reports in Metrics That Matter have drill down capabilities. So in this case, let's take a look at the Program Management 2.0 to see the details behind the overall score and these 726 evaluations. By clicking on the hyperlink, we can drill in and see where did those 726 evaluations come from, what was their overall score, how many evaluations were submitted, even who was the instructor or what was the learning methodology and where did it take place, and then easily bounce back into the parent report. Now, in order to save time, you may schedule key reports that need to be monitored, say on a monthly basis, or even set up alarms for courses that fall below a preset threshold so you can manage by exception. Here we can see a human capital scorecard. This particular report allows us to see 3 key data points in one view: our post-event data right after class, our follow-up data 60 or so days after the fact, as well as the manager input as well. Here we can look at job impact, barriers to use, training support, both pre and post, as well as job performance change and the story that it tells. Here we can see the adjusted percent of improvement due to training. Their prediction was about 18%. But by following up 60 or so days later, they've actually told us that the training has had a greater impact than previously predicted. Here 22%, and the managers validate that by saying 30% or 29.5%. We know that social learning or performance support tools play a critical role in improving the productivity of your employees. You must be able to ask the right questions at the right time so you know which resources have the greatest impact so that you can leverage those across the organization. Once you collect that social learning data, Metrics That Matter enables you to run a report like the social learning variance by content. It allows you to benchmark your data, see your average of your scores, and then most importantly, look at the top box versus bottom box scores as you've collected that data real time. For those strategic, visible, and costly multi-day learning programs you have, like for example this innovation conference, you have the ability to evaluate not only each individual day but each individual session, as well as have an overall survey at the end of the conference to evaluate job impact, business results, and return on investment for that particular conference. From a reporting standpoint, Metrics That Matter provides a narrative report like this where you can provide conference summary data by category, demographics of the folks who actually attended the conference, and look at session by session and instructor performance as well, and even get qualitative feedback by individual session in one report. When it comes to the executives in your company, you need to have your learning data like efficiency, effectiveness, and outcome data in a format that will resonate with them, like income statements and balance sheets do. Here, the Learning and Development Summary Report does just that. We're able to look at our actual data from the previous year and compare that to our plan, year to date, percent to plan, and even a forecast, and compare that against key business goals of the organization. This report also includes effectiveness, efficiency, and investment data for L&D. Another type of report is what we call a Talent Development Executive Report. Here you'll see it's in narrative format and provides an executive summary tracking key business outcome, effectiveness, and efficiency data again quarter over quarter. In addition, a Magic Quadrant graph will allow for deeper analysis by demographic. Here we can see consulting and services had a high volume of training but didn't quite see the overall effectiveness of that training, so there's some room for improvement there. In addition, being able to show the correlation of your programs to key business outcomes as you've seen in this table is definitely going to get their attention. And having a single source of truth and an avenue to discuss the outcomes and trends of your learning data, as shown here in the MTM Learning Dashboard, is essential. A few examples may be learning impact and value, or predicted improvement due to training using the estimation, isolation, and adjustment principles, or efficiency data around activity, or even an L&D report card with benchmarks and color coding to match. Our clients share this information during live virtual meetings and drill down into the data for deeper explanation and analysis, and they even use the MTM Dashboard app for iPads to provide the data and the analysis of the data to their mobile workforce. So, if we go back to the beginning of this presentation and demonstration, can you answer the questions: which courses should we revise or retire? How can we reduce scrap learning? Or where should we focus to increase impact and business alignment? Let Knowledge Advisors help you answer these questions and more. We greatly appreciate you viewing this demonstration and hope you've found it valuable and useful. You may contact us by phone or email using the information on the screen, or simply visit knowledgeadvisors.com. Thank you.